What's up guys? Today's video is a little bit different than the usual video, talking about the experience of being YouTubers, of seeing some of my friends really succeed, and even one of them on the road to 1 million. Wil has, I think, probably grown about 150,000 subs in 1 month, like this month. There's a reason behind it. He is killing the game, but he's also right now sharing a bit of an interesting battle. I want to link a video down below if you're curious. I want to share the mindset behind how some of us have been able to take our passions and turn them into our incomes, been able to travel the world and share our favorite things with millions of people around the world. So without further ado, I'm going to cut right to the video. I want to introduce you to someone who I literally met about 1.5 years ago. It was right at the very beginning of like what was my YouTube career. I just quit my job, I just booked a one-way ticket to Southeast Asia, and I was about a month into that trip. I think I probably had 15,000 subs, and Wil here had 30,000.
Yeah, and the beginning.
A lot has changed since then, and it's awesome to be, first of all, checking out like where you grew up here in your hometown. When's the last time you were home in San Francisco?
3.5 years. So I graduated college and I went to travel around Asia just for fun because that's what we like doing. And then I got caught up in traveling. It was only supposed to be 3 months, and then it turned into 3.5 years because I just started YouTubing videos, made viral videos, and now I'm making a living of being a travel vlogger, just like yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, Wil here, I don't want to put him on spot because nobody likes talking about their success, but I'll be the one to talk about his success because he is right now like the fastest growing channel in Southeast Asia. He's the largest, and like I said, not so long ago, we were just meeting at the 30,000 mark, the 15,000 mark, and since then he's gone on to do crazy things. Like, really excited to see where he takes it next. Now like his sister's vlogging, he's brought up a bunch of other like YouTubers, given them the awesome opportunity to become YouTubers and the spotlight. Yeah, it's really great that you're kind of like, in a sense, opening up the Philippines to what YouTube is and what it can be. Where do you kind of see like the future of YouTube in the Philippines? Do you think it's growing and getting more influence there?
Yeah, I mean, it's blown up in the last year, and when I started, vlogging really wasn't a thing in the Philippines. This was just 2 years ago. It's crazy. It hasn't been that long. And I just started vlogging, travel vlogging, going around, and then I realized that I wanted my friends to do this as well, and I knew it'd only be a matter of time before vlogging and YouTube would blow up in the Philippines. I mean, the Philippines and Southeast Asia, I guess, that territory, everything's just a little behind the United States and stuff. So my channel blew up, and then I just included my best friend Daniel, and then I got my sister, and then they blew up. You could just see, I mean, they have fun, genuine personalities. I hang out with them, and I really enjoy their company, so why wouldn't the world in YouTube?
Like, I could talk about why Wil is ahead, but I kind of want to hear, what do you think that you did to like get ahead of the curve to create a new market in the Philippines and become what you are on YouTube?
Well, it sounds so cliche, but you really have to go with what you know and what you're good at. And YouTube, one of the biggest things that you have advantages is just being yourself and your personality. So what did I have? I thought that people thought I was funny because, you know, I just tell jokes on the streets and everyone laughs. So I made a series of me just, you know, being myself and telling jokes. It wasn't necessarily a vlog, and people thought I was funny. Another edge I realized I had was I'm so energetic for whatever reason. I have
it's
like
insane.
an insane amount of energy. I do not sleep, and I run around and I don't get tired. So I injected that in my vlogs, and I guess people like that. They said it gives them energy because I guess energy is kind of contagious, and I just use those. And of course, aside from everything else, the most important thing I did better than anyone is I definitely worked harder than everyone else. I didn't have a social life. I lacked sleep, which is it's not something you can recommend to someone. It's not necessarily healthy.
You have to want it, otherwise you're not going to go through with it. You'll burn out.
Yeah, when you really want something so bad, and when you're so passionate about something, I couldn't sleep at night because I couldn't live a normal life until I reached my dream, or at least died trying to do this. And I had a dream to get a silver play button by the time I was 30 years old. I'm 25, by the way. And it went a lot faster than I thought it happened. So
I think that like for one, Wil is like one of those people that like who you see on camera is who Wil is, and like I've met a lot of YouTubers, and that's not always the case, and I don't hold that against people because at the end of the day you're running a business, and whether that means you have to be someone who you're not always, I think that's much harder to do, but some people successfully do it. But Wil is like that authentic, funny, high energy guy that you see on camera, and he works his butt off. Like, there's no way around it. Like, the reason he is here today is because he has like worked day in and day out. And like, for people who are like wanting to be successful on YouTube, on Instagram, or in any venture in life, you have to be willing to put in the work, because nobody else is gonna do it for you. I actually remember this one really pivotal conversation Will and I were having, and like I said, going back to the days when we first met in Boracay, we were nowhere near where we are now. But we had the conversation like, you know, one day we had this wild dream that maybe we could hit 1 million. And I remember Will's goal at the time was 100,000.
Yeah, he said 1 million, and I was like, dude, you're crazy. And I didn't even, that just like went into one ear and out the other.
But it's just so interesting how like when you put in the hard work, you can end up somewhere that you never even imagined. Like for Will to have literally said 100,000 and then to have passed that maybe 3 months later, even less.
Yeah, it was just a couple months.
Ripped past that.
Likewise though,
yeah.
I mean, it was we grew at the same time, but
yeah,
something I can definitely say is there are so many more people in the Philippines and just everywhere that would have so many more subscribers than me, because whatever, they're funnier, they're more relatable. But what I did more than anyone else is I just created more videos and put in the work.
The hard work can't be supplemented by anything else. So
there's a good quote, Jako. What's that quote? It's like if you sacrifice what you want, then there's the want of the sacrifice. No,
I have no idea which one.
It's on your Instagram here.
So Jako helps manage Will's business. Jako also has his own channel.
Yeah, I just started vlogging because of these guys. I mean, I used to produce like a different kind of content, but now I'm starting to vlog and I actually enjoy it. I think it's a good way of...
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna come in too, you know?
You know, what I always tell people is that you don't have to be a vlogger, but you do have to vlog. It's a tool to be able to show people like a behind the scenes or whatever. I mean, it doesn't
Personal
have to
connection
be,
is the most important thing.
And I think that's very important. Wait, what's the quote?
I found it on your Instagram.
Oh, there you go.
If you don't sacrifice for what you want, what you want becomes a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, you are the time you put into whatever pursuit you want to do. If you want to do it well, you must put the time into it. And Will has been very good at the uploading of videos, and that's
so many videos.
Yeah. And he just shows up. I mean, I think that's the key. Like sometimes he's very tired, but he would edit, he would put in the work, and a lot of people think like vlogging is like
it's
easy.
It's not exactly easy.
Honestly, like I've been doing different kinds of production, from commercials to like reality shows to every kind of show, but the hardest thing I've ever done is to vlog.
It's like the Amazing Race every day.
Yeah, me and my sister, I think, have had more than like 8 or 9 jobs in our entire lives, and we both come to the conclusion that vlogging is probably the hardest job of all of them, because you put in so many hours from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you don't sleep.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, but not sleep.
That's what it takes to succeed at anything. If you're an entrepreneur, you're a businessman, you're putting every minute of every waking hour into it.
And it all comes back to like, if you enjoy what if you enjoy what you're doing, if you love what you're doing, then you never work a day in your life type of thing. So.
And I think that like that's the reason everyone who does YouTube and makes a career out of it is in YouTube. You know, no one did it for the money, no one did it for the fame, because those people that did, they're gone. They didn't make it. Yeah. They didn't stick around when things were hard, when things were getting 10 views or 100 views. They left because there's no instant gratification in YouTube. You have to do it because you love it, and if you do it long enough, sometimes you can make it. I'm so fortunate to live the life I live. It's because of YouTube. YouTube has given me the opportunity to get to know people like this, to travel the world, and it's just such an incredible thing when you follow your passion and do it wholeheartedly, because it can take you to the craziest places.
Well, in a nutshell, the reason why I got into vlogging and video making in general was because I went to the Philippines. It's such a wonderful place. Every island's got its own culture, its own unique experience, and I said, why not shoot this? Why not film this? And I slowly learned the process, how to edit, how to vlog, and how to do cinematics, all this stuff. And over the time you just evolve and you compound and you get better. So I didn't start YouTube because everyone's doing YouTube. I just started it because I wanted to record my life in the Philippines. And this is back in 2012. I only started vlogging personally about a year ago now, so it's been tough at times as well, but no, I love it. It teaches you self-discipline.
What do you guys think about like YouTube in the Philippines? Like, do you enjoy doing YouTube in the Philippines? How's the audience there?
I mean, the Philippines is like one of the biggest like social media markets in like
the entire world.
And
it is, yeah.
I think with YouTube though, like it would be really big. It's just that, you know, the infrastructure is not there yet, you know. But once it gets started, I think that kind of entertainment is something that they all look for.
To put into perspective how fast it's blown up, just 1 year ago when I was 2 years ago.
There was one vlogger.
Yeah, no, 2 years ago at the YouTube Christmas meeting when like they invite exclusive YouTubers. There were only like 9 or 10 of us. This was 2 years ago. Within only 6 months later, the next YouTube meeting, there were like 30 YouTubers, vloggers and stuff. And then another 6 months later, now there's hundreds. We're talking these people have a lot of subscribers. And now it's...
In Philippines is a massive audience. It's also an English-speaking audience too. So for us, like English-speaking people to go there.
Yeah, it's so lucrative too. And people are just starting to realize how much money could be made on it. So you have all these mainstream celebrities who are traditional actors, hosts, and everything, which that doesn't really last that long in the Philippines or actually anywhere in the world. It's really hard to stay in the entertainment industry because, you know, you get old or someone else comes in, and a lot of celebrities are now turning to YouTube because it's starting to become the thing to do in Southeast Asia.
It's relevance.
It's relevant.
At the end of the day, like...
And you have full control as well.
Yeah, you have full control. You're seen as much as you put in the work. So you're always as relevant as you keep putting up work, and you always build an audience. And I think with the Philippines, like, it's great because like since we're doing a lot of English speaking content as well, like it's something that other countries can also grasp. So you're also opening it up to other countries, basically.
Well, the best thing about it in general is you have the power. You're in control. I mean, in entertainment and showbiz, me and Daniel were in entertainment and showbiz. The thing about it is a lot of it comes down to who you're connected with, and there's so much politics involved. The thing is, on YouTube, it's about how creative you are or what you can bring to the table. It doesn't matter about networks or politics or anything else.
Yeah,
that's the best part.
One of the things that I would think I've learned from even just seeing the Filipino like YouTube community, basically everything that has started from what Wil did, like they have a very unique thing that I haven't really seen done very often, and it's that they actually support each other. A lot of YouTube, a lot of Instagram, the more you get into it, the more you learn how competitive it is, and people are willing to cut each other down. They don't collab, they don't communicate, and they kind of talk behind each other's backs. And a lot of it stems from the fear that if I help you, you're gonna steal my audience, or if I help you, you'll get bigger than me and you'll steal the brand deals, or you'll steal all the attention and I won't grow. But one thing that like is completely contradictory, and something that you guys do so differently, is that you help each other grow. And like you said, the quote today is like, what was the quote again?
It's
we rise by lifting others.
Yeah, and like that is something that is so present in like your, you know, YouTube squad. It's unbelievable. And I think it's because, you know, when you helped Haley grow, when you helped Daniel grow, each of these people have different audiences that they connect with more than the other. No person will be the perfect connection for everyone in the world. But when you help each other out, like you're stronger as one unit, and everyone else thrives through doing that. So I think I would like, you know, if you're ever interested in getting into social media, find people who are in your position, or even be willing to help the people below you, because just because they have less subscribers or followers doesn't mean that they won't be helpful to you in the future, and it doesn't mean that you can't build meaningful connections. Like at the end of the day, like we have a friendship that is beyond numbers. It's also just like a friendship like you'd have with anyone else. We grow because we're so willing to work together. I think that's what's made the Filipino YouTube community so strong. What are your thoughts on the importance of equipment?
I've been using the same camera actually since I started vlogging for, you know, more than 2 years, and it's got me to where I am. It's very unprofessional.
It's a trade-off,
but
because like
it's really all about your content and being creative. To go back to my very first videos, the very first videos I made, which went viral, they got millions of views. These were filmed on my iPhone 4. No matter how bad the quality it was the content, and people thought it was really funny. So anyone with the phone, you know, you don't need a DSLR or a really nice mic or anything. Just use your phone. Our newest vlog squad person, one of the vloggers we grew, her name's Beninai. She only started in March. She's been using her iPhone for, I think, she's only been doing this for a few months now. She got to 100,000 within 2 months, 2.5 months. She just hit 200,000 subscribers today.
Wow.
And she does everything on her phone. She even edits on her phone and everything. And the thing about vlogs, it's personality based. I mean, she's a natural comedian. She's funny, and she doesn't have to put in cinematics or anything. And I think that's really cool. That's her strong side, and it's simple. It's efficient.
For me, it's like it's a trade-off too, because sometimes if you go out and you try to get the shots, the people, the sights, the sounds, when you have too much equipment, it can give you information overload, and that can affect your ability to capture that moment, to capture the right shot. And I'm sure Christian knows this more than anything, because I have so much equipment. I've got Steadicams, gliders, drones, all different lenses, all different cameras.
It is more important though for YouTube.
Simple,
These two are very cinematic, so
yeah. But I also ask myself this question every day: is like when I see the amount of content I'm pushing out, like drastically being reduced because I'm color grade, I'm
quality, yes,
like better quality cameras and all this. It just slows my workload down.
Yeah.
But am I losing my key audience because I'm posting less and because I'm focusing too much on cinematics and less on the message and the story?
It's a constant battle.
I don't have the answer, I'm going to be honest. But I think that I'm constantly trying to find that happy medium because I love cinematics, I'm passionate about it.
But you have to have an audience to show it to, because without that it's not sustainable.
And you need to focus on the story. You need to focus on what the YouTube vlog is actually about, because if it's just a beautiful video, that's not, in my opinion, going to be the best video.
The soul of the video, why are people, also your identity, your own brand identity as a vlogger, or whatever your niche you're in.
That's our constant biggest struggle.
Yes,
I would say for the three of us
all
is
the time.
We want to produce a lot and show a lot of what we're doing, but at the same time we spend so much time on certain videos because we're perfectionists as well. You know?
But that's one thing. That's one thing I learned from Will, actually, because I used to be such a perfectionist with like the content I produce. And then one thing that he keeps saying is that you shouldn't let perfection get in the way of good enough. And when you say good enough, it doesn't mean like, oh, I don't try my best. It just means, you know, sometimes there's that trade-off, and sometimes you have to get more videos out because that's what it calls for. But sometimes you also need to put in the effort because you don't want to be that person that keeps putting videos out, but then the quality is also degrading as time goes by. I mean,
I got that from Casey Neistat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, then there you go. I mean, look at Casey Neistat. He did something so simple and made it look so professional, like so beautifully done.
Yeah.
And I think that you know, you have to do both. In terms of equipment though, I think it just depends on what you need. I mean, you shouldn't get like something that's really expensive and whatnot if you're not gonna need it anyway. You know, if you're just needing it to tell a story, if you're not even like, you know, gonna develop your skills as a cinematographer, then what's the point of getting like the nicest camera? It's all about telling the story. Content is still king, and
that has been an amazing catch up with Will.
Yeah, that was good, dude. I love talking YouTube, dude. You got YouTubers in a building, and then you just start talking. YouTubers can talk all day. That's literally what we've been doing.
We were at a bar yesterday, and like we didn't even like have any beer. We were just chatting business.
We straight up went to a bar last night. Linked. This isn't my vlog. It's on my vlog, but you can link it. And we literally. We literally just talked about YouTube, and we forgot to order. Well, you ordered a drink, but yeah, we talked to YouTube. We didn't talk to anyone else, and then we just left.
And that was a perfect night for me. Like that's what I love doing. I just love talking YouTube. That's
what we love doing.
But it's definitely exciting to think that, you know, I will be traveling with these guys in probably no more than 3 months. I'm trying to figure out with my scheduling when I can make a trip back. But the Philippines is an up-and-coming trip, so you heard it here first. I've been planning it for a while, but now is the right time, and I really want to go back. Yeah, guys, make sure you check out all their channels, see what they're up to on their own individual levels. Everyone's creating different kinds of content, and that's what's so cool about YouTube. Everyone has a different thing that they offer, but some incredible channels here, and yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Anything else to add, guys?
No.
That's it, dude.
All right, let's get lost again in the next one, guys. Yeah. If you made it this far in the video, guys, I want you to go and check out Will's video. It's linked down below. It explains more about, like I said, the really challenging times he's facing right now. He was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. Right now we're rallying to have Will hit 1 mil. It rhymes, it sounds great, and I know he could use your support, so go and check him out. See you guys, and let's get lost again in the next one.
Fan of the day.